Hello Internet, this is LordMaddog, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program! Yes! Last time we built the Onlooker, a spacecraft designed to go into deep space, actually carrying crew. Sort of a miniature version of our Explorer that will land and refuel on different planets and be able to craft stuff and do little awesome little things and whatnot. Okay. We also started the process of trying to refine the uranium nitride we need to fuel its reactor. It took me a lot of time off screen of researching to figure out how that actually works. And then we built our little farmer, which would go out and get the fluorite we need to actually be able to refine the uranium nitride. This time, we're going to bring back our little farmer, refine the fluoride into what stuff we need. I'm not going to go through the process. It's long, okay? To get it back into uranium nitride and fill up a reactor and actually launch the Onlooker. All right, so let's jump right in. Oh, but before we do, I almost forgot. Off screen, I built another reactor. That reactor, the backup reactor we built last time, just was not enough. So I actually built a actual reactor that actually produces megawatts. It turns out we need like 300 or 400 megawatts to do all the refining that we're going to actually end up doing. So this will be able to provide a lot of that power we will need. All right, so jumping right on in, we're going to go ahead and right now I'm just looking at the reactor. It is capable of producing 330 some megawatts of power. I'm using 50 some megawatts of power right now. We're also looking at the different things, but we're going to go ahead and jump on over to our little farmer as soon as I am done with this. Yes, I'm just jumping through this there. All right, there we are now at our little farmer. And it surprisingly has not... It's been some time, but we can send off the information. It looks like I'm going to have to speed up time as it refines its ore into liquid. Into liquid fuel and oxidizer. Yes, that's what I need it to do before it refine its ore into liquid oxidizer, liquid fuel and oxidizer. We're also going to do some little science here because this is a new bone mine. We are in the Guardian Secondary Gorge, which we have never been in before. So now, oh right, we got mission for mining either ore or sending back data. I'm not sure which one it was. Can't remember. Doesn't really matter. I keep on farming those little missions over and over again. Here we are. This is not a very good place for ore though. We're not getting ore very fast at all. And these things keep on deactivating on me. Every time I speed up time, they deactivate. Well, we're going to see if we can find a place that has a little bit better ore than what we got right here. Right now, we're in a very green area. We're going to fly off over here. Hopefully, we have enough Delta V to fly off up and over the ridge to land where we can actually collect. There goes my last leg. That was ridiculous. Whatever. Those landing gear have horrible, horrible crash tolerance. Thought they were supposed to have really good crash tolerance, but they just don't. Anyway, here we are. Perfect. Just flipping over. Right there, that really good red spot. Yeah. That we're going to shoot a little bit over it because I'm going to land right on top of it. All right, yes, perfect. Now we just need to land. Come on, don't crash, don't crash. Yes, I am good. Without the use or help of mech jab. Perfect landing and also a new bone mine. Oh, that's an added plus. No, it's not. No, it's not. I thought it might be a new bone mine, but it's not. Somehow we've already had this bone mine. So no extra science. All right. We are there, and we're going to go ahead and fill up our Delta V. Well, I think we only need about 1,000 Delta V. That took about a day of farming ore. Let's make sure there was no science that we needed here. No, none of this is good science. we are going to send off just a little bit of data to make sure I get a mission if there was just happened to be one, but I'm pretty sure we already did that. And yeah, actually, I know we did. Well, never mind. All right, let's pull in our legs, our farming things, and shoot back towards our, whoops, that was the wrong way to go. No, here, yes, perfect. Aim straight for it, warp to epilepsy. As a planet moved on me. Yes, the moon actually moved on me. All right, but I think we will have enough delta V for this. Let's turn our, yeah, there. And I did all that navigation by using the map in the nav ball. Oh yes, getting pretty good at flying here. I'm proud of myself. Oh shoot, so proud of myself I overshoot the target. That is dumb. There we come. Come on down, come on down. Ooh, don't want to land on that thing. No, 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 I might have to reload here. Oh, yeah, actually that's a pretty good landing. We're pretty close. Ah! I blew off my engine. Time to reload. We did not want to do that. Well, actually it doesn't matter. We didn't really need that engine. Because we're not really planning on taking the farmer back out. I'm not sure. Actually, I really should reload. That was not good. But I'm not sure the last time I saved. I'm going to reload. Here we go. Yeah, I decided to reload. I don't like crashing. Though I don't understand why my engine blew off. I mean, I was coming down at a reasonable speed. It was only like 6 meters per second. I thought the crash tolerance was like 10 or 11 on this engine, but I guess I'm wrong. Here we go, things loading in. Here we are. We're going to get him not be quite as close this time. So we'll have to dance around a little bit. Fly closer. 30 meters per second on the surface. Okay, you just come right out over this ridge. We're going to land right here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit closer. It is much easier to fly up and then come back down than to try to land at an angle, stop and land at an angle, because then you just usually crash quite easily. Oops. Oh wait, I am on the ground. I didn't even notice I'm actually on the ground because the perspective is a bit off. Ah. Oh well. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this where we put it last time. There we go. And now we have fluorite, which will enable us to begin to produce. I'm not producing enough uranium nitride to produce enough uranium. And if I do this, what's going to end up happening is it's going to use up all my enriched uranium and turning it into UF4, which I'm not sure actually UF4 stands for. And I will have nothing to power my station because all my reactors run off uranium, enriched uranium, and it takes it straight out of my system into. And it just ate up all of my enriched uranium, and it's going to take it from my reactor if I'm not careful. There, we have now 182 UF4. Okay, so I need to make bigger drill, I need to make bigger refinery, and I want to make sure there's no munitions that I can actually just pull off real easy, but there's not. Okay, so yes, I need to make bigger drill and bigger refinery, so I can faster track things a little faster. I'm all about speed. Yes, I could wait 5 or 6 days. I mean, like 6 or 7 days. Well, that would be more like 10 or 12 days. But having bigger refinery systems is always better, in my opinion. Even though they'll take like 7 days to build in on themselves, if I make them really big, which I'm going to make them big. So, no, Phil, wait, if this building this will take 6 or 7 days and that's still not done, which it is not going to be done, I'm going to call this bigger, toss old. Because I am actually starting to lag with all the items there. So that's the problem with building a base. In real life, you would put a base up there and you just increase it, keep on increasing its size as you mine deeper into the moon. You know, you'd have a mine, you'd get down there, you scan the moon first, you see what resources are there, and you just keep increasing the size of the base with your printers, your factories, and different things that you actually ship. You ship the smallest factory up there, they can produce a bigger factory, and then that factory produces even bigger factory, the old crafting thingy, and then you use it to build the actual items you start to need from mining and different things. I know I really simplified it, but I think it's possible. I don't know much, but I still think it's possible. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and build this and build our these things as well. Resume build. All right, so it's going to take a day for these to pause that, and I'm out of electricity again. Some reason. I left it built producing uranium fluoride. I mean, yes, is it uranium fluoride 4? Or is it just UF4? I don't know exactly what that is, but I left it producing that. So I ran out of electricity. It tore all my uranium. I wish I could actually stop it from being able to take my uranium, enriched uranium from my other objects, but I can't. So it's a pain. Anyway, as I do this process, I think I'm going to go ahead and skip forward for you guys because you don't want me to watch me do all this refining process. It is super complicated and long and boring. So I'm going to go ahead and jump forward. Okay, some things have changed since a few seconds ago. I am also, right here, as you see there up in the corner, I am building a full base. I just basically modeled the base that basically we have somewhat what we have now, and I am going to replace everything here. But also in the background, you can see this big old black ball. It's from a mod called Interstellar Silos, which enables, it adds 4 new tanks to the game. That hold all the resources from Interstellar's fuse switch because of lag problems. That's why I got this mod. It also, there's, I don't think I have to explain the mod, but I will anyway. Okay, the mod has 4 containers that are just hold their own type of resources: solid, liquid, gas, and radioactive. And then it has the ultimate one that holds all of them at one time. So that's that big ball in the background. Also, I figured out that uranium nitride isn't actually all that expensive. In fact, to ship about, I think, 1,000 some up here, which I did off screen. I built a little, as you can see it there in the corner. I'm sitting right there. That little thing there. To ship it up here only cost me 560 some K. I should have just done that from the beginning instead of wasting all the time with the refining. Because it actually is going to take a long time to refine all the enriched uranium I need to turn it into UF4, like close to 100 days. Well, no, it's more like 50 or 60, or I don't know. It's taking a long time, and I keep on running out of electricity because it keeps on taking directly from my reactor instead of the pool, my uranium nitride, enriched uranium containers. So it just pulls from my reactors and shuts down my entire process. So it may not actually take that long, but it's super long and annoying. So we're just going to jump right in here. As you see, full base. Okay, I'm going to show you this beautiful thing. It holds all the resources. Yes. So that means I can get rid of all these other containers and actually really reduce the lag. Also, I'm going to take and put this on here. This contains my uranium nitride that I shipped up off screen. which I actually wanted to record it, and I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't, because this was a really nice fly. I mean, I thought I was recording the building of this thing and bringing it in. I had a really nice landing, but whatever. So it was 2,000 uranium nitride for, well, that blew up. Well, there goes my farmer. That sucks. It doesn't matter. Wow, it really went. Let's go ahead and make sure this is actually done before I ship off my other people off into space. I'm also going to make sure this is started, make everything is good here. I've already put all the people inside it. So we are now ready to launch. We've got everything we need, except for one problem. It's not taking the ore as fast as it should and producing it into hydrogen. My refinery is not doing that. And the reason why is, that was my wife walking by back there. And the reason why is because the refinery has to spool up first. It has to heat up first to 1,000 things. So this is going to go right back down and crash. Because it can't it's starved for fuel. Here, you'll see here in a sec. Yeah, it's starved for fuel. But I fix that. We're going to jump right to the next button. Here we are, we reload. And I'm going to actually warm it up by activating it beforehand. First we have to, because I had to reload, we're going to ship this all, we got to put it all back over there. But first, we're going to go ahead and cause it to, as you can see, we're trying to get it to warm up. The core temperature is what we're trying to increase. 282, 284, 285, 286, 287. Yes, that is what we're trying to get up. It has to get to 1,000 before it can actually process fast enough. And we're just jettisoning liquid hydrogen here, and different things, so I keep it actually using the ore and keep on spooling up. Once it hits like 500 though, I'm pretty sure it just, because my testing's down on the ground, I was trying to figure out what was wrong, and I figured out that it wasn't hitting core temperature. Once it hits 500, there, it instantly jumps to 1,000. It starts itself. There we go. Now we'll stop all this process and we'll start. All right. And that's exactly what we wanted. Make sure we're full of ore. Make sure everything's ready. We have absolutely everything put on. We have it all ready. And now we have the official launch of the onlooker. Here we go. We are going into space, producing the necessary amount of liquid hydrogen from my refinery. Yes, I know this is not a weight efficient way of doing it, but I'm not really so much worried about weight. The problem with with hydrogen, I keep on calling it liquid. I guess maybe it is in liquid form right now. I'm not sure. Anyway, the only problem with hydrogen is it is not fuel efficient. I mean, not dense. It's very, what's the opposite word for dense? Anyway, it takes up a lot of space. So I would have to add a boatload of tanks around the thing. And I don't like that look. I could do the clipping thing, but no, I don't like doing the whole clipping thing. I try to keep the clipping down to a more or less minimum just to keep things to look nice. Here we are now in orbit. So instead of having tons and tons of, finally the sound of the engine kicked in. Like I said, in maps, sometimes it just doesn't show it. We have the engine spooling up in the background there. Sound. We are going to send this off into space. 208 delta V to get into deep space. And then we will, once it's out there, we will create the necessary necessary, I can't remember what the things are called. Necessary maneuvering points. Yes, that's it. Duh. Alright, so it is producing. Our liquid hydrogen is once again full from that little boost. And boom. So we have a total of about 400 delta V every time we use this. And then we have to actually start relying on it, the conversion ratio, which actually takes it down to actually about 37% of energy possibility. However, as my Kerbals leave this place and go into deep space and different things, they gain experience. So for every planet we gain, the more experience, the more actual efficiently it converts it on over. And eventually, it'll get to the point, because I've tried it out, I've tested it. I need to switch over here, and because now we've done a lot of flipping around here. We have a lot of science in here, probably. At least I think we do. Oh, also, I got our civilian population mod to work. Finally! As you can see here, my civilian population is telling me they're going to give birth. It tells me how old they are. It also tells me the time to getting more Kerbals through the city thingy. So with that mod, we're going to actually send up more civilians. Oh, also, I got another mod here. We're going to get this, though. Definitely, because we want to upgrade our pebble bed, which makes our engine on the onlooker far more efficient. So it is now almost 100 more kilowatt. Almost 100 more kilowatts of thermal power more efficient, which is awesome. And here is the beautiful mod that really should be part of the base game. I finally found it. It's called Hired Trip. I think it's called Hired Trip or something like that. I will have to look it up. I'll put it in the description after I've completed the series and choose everything. But this replaces the astronaut hiring place. It is so much better. This is how it should have been to begin with. So we've got the ability to choose. We can bulk hire. We're going to bulk hire civilians. We're going to make them a little less courageous and a little bit more stupid, which means they cost a little bit less. And we can hire advocates. So we're hiring 10 civilians, which is the cheapest out of all of them, I think. Each one has its own price and cost. But instead of paying $800,000 Kerbal dollars, which is like $8 million in our dollars, or more like $80 million in our dollars, for one astronaut, which is insane, we actually can dictate how much we pay by choosing the stats we want on that astronaut, which makes totally sense. And the price doesn't go up for every astronaut we buy. So we're going to we want 10 civilian females because they can actually give birth, and we want 10 of them. They're like 150-some thousand. And we're going to go ahead and send up the thing we built before. We're going to leave Bonnie, of course. Yay! Now, civilians in space pay $200 a day around the main planet, the default planet, which is Solitude in our case. The farther away from the default planet, the more they pay a day. So these are rich Kerbals that want to go to space. I guess almost every Kerbal on Solitude is actually quite rich now. I mean, it's just how it works. I don't know how that works at all. I have no idea how Kerbal society works. I like to fantasize that it is a capitalist society that is run by giant corporations, but each corporation watches out on other corporations, and corporations rise and fall, but with absolutely no government oversight. Now, you probably think that'd be crazy, but if you ever actually taken any real statistic class, no, they're not called statistic classes. Well, Catherine, what is it called? When economical classes, economic classes, you'll find out the more government oversight, the worse capitalism works. And that's the main problem in our society, is because government oversight creates corruption. Look it up. You'd be rather surprised. When I started to study it, I thought, for sure, capitalism is not a good thing. It's bad. No. If you actually, true capitalism without government oversight can really, really work well. And that's why Americans and probably still, it is actually the most supreme power of the world, because we had true capitalism for a while. And then we got crony capitalism, which involves government oversight. Anyway, here we are. We launched using KSTS and my 100-ton launch system. And we are bringing ourselves into a nice position. I'm going to try to go above it now. I have to go up. Here, let's... We're flying up and over, and we'll come back down and dock from the top or from the side. You know what? I'm going to move this. No, I'm going to do that. No. Yeah, let's move this over to here, because it'll look better if I just build I'm going to build a T of these eventually over here. And we have some signs, right? Not only 5 side sites. Okay, here. This is going to take me a while. I'm going to speed it up because it is not... This took me one of the longest docking times I've ever had. And you really don't want to watch me dock that long. Alright, so we're getting closer to dock. Not really. We're in a better position, but we're still not anywhere near to docking. And I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead a little bit more for you guys. So we're right there. We are now a lot closer to the docking. Ooh, I think we finally got it. Yes! Yeah! Okay, that took a long time. You guys don't know how long that took me to lock, but it did. It took me a long time. And now we have a decent amount of things here. And we have some giving birth. Some of our Kerbals will give birth in the future, which makes sense. I'm not sure I agree with Kerbals actually taking 3 years to actually give birth. My personal opinion that Kerbals give birth, they're a lot more like bunnies. Well, not bunnies, but I think they would take only like 3 or 4 months to give birth, because the lower gravity and different things. No, that's just there's no correlation between that at all. It's just not possible. I don't think there is it scientifically. Anyway, we're speeding up time to see what type of money we gain a day. All right, we just gained 13,000, I think, or pretty close to 13. I know it's 10,000 a day. Let's do that again. Flip over, and you're gonna see very close here. What happened here? It didn't. Oh yes, 1 more hour. We need to go 1 more hour. Speed up a little bit more. There. Yes, we're gaining. We're gaining 7K a day right now. Not bad, considering it's still going to take me another 100 and some days. Eventually, if I get enough civilians into space, they'll be able to provide for my flying dicks, my actual launch, and I'll be able to launch some real decent stuff. Oh shoot, it didn't actually get the ore, so I gotta jettison something here. Here, let's jettison, nope, I didn't want to jettison, that was dumb, not that thing. This is what I wanted to jettison. Over here, jettison tank of rocket parts. There, now it'll begin to mine ore again. Oh wait, no it's not, why is it not? Yeah, it is. Okay. And we're going to come back over here to this base, and we're going to actually take that full... Oh, no, that's not what I want. This one. Nope, not that one. This one. We're going to... finalize build. Ugh. Not exactly what I wanted. We got to move things here. EVA. Here we are. We're going to put this out over here and actually have it recycle this base. At least that's the plan. Oof! Well, that wasn't good. That didn't go well. Let's try that again. Bring it on. We want it close, or want it on or around that area, because I want to recycle this base. I think I'm going to skip forward because this is not going to work. That's not where I want it, because it's not close enough to recycle this base. Another explosion. Things didn't go well. Here we are very close to achieving what I want. We are sliding across the top here, and we're going to use our harpoons to try and connect to the base and pull it into us after we slide off the top of it here. Let's move this. And no. We went too far. And fire. And we missed. Well, that sucks. Fire. And we missed again. Well, that didn't work either. Well, actually, we connected back over there. Let's see if we can actually pull it towards us. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think the tensile strength of this is very high. We're pulling it towards us. We are pulling it towards us, right? We pulled it towards us, but we pulled it actually farther away the opposite direction. Nope, that did not work. Ah, my harpoons actually broke. All right, let's try that again. We are closer this time. But not quite there. We still don't quite have what we want, but we're very, very, very close to getting it. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, come on, come on. And my cat has decided to scrape the wall. So I'll grab her. Ooh, what was that? Oh, Judy, you don't want outside. It's raining. It's really nasty raining. All right. Well, still not there, but very, very close. Ooh, what just happened? Did that just break? Oh, something broke. I think we did it, though. I think. No, not quite. Almost. Oof, something else broke, but that's okay. To get rid of that. I'm going to try to speed up at physics warp because it'll happen. There! We did it! We are now recycling this base. But it's going to take a while for it to recycle this whole base. And we don't want to munch our Kerbals, so we need to move our Kerbals out of there before it starts to munch them. I should have done that beforehand, but I didn't. I didn't think about it. There we go. We got some resources in the inflatable piece there. All right, I'm going to skip forward. we're still recycling. As you can see, it recycled some things. I moved over my reactor because I didn't want it to recycle my reactor. I need that. I decided I'll keep that. But it's possibly, ooh, well. All right, so we jumped a lot forward here. And it has recycled almost everything, as you can see. And now we've basically just got the small items left. We will rebuild. We need to put the bigger. Once again. I don't have quite the big enough drill and things. Eddie Kerman and Market Kerman was mulched. How'd they get mulched? Did I forget them somewhere? I must have forgot them in one of them. Not enough power. What do you mean there's not enough power? And where's these Kermans that are getting mulched? Ah! There they are! I forgot to switch them over. Transfer. All right. We don't want them to get mulched. Ah. Okay, we're going to skip forward just a little bit more. Oh, we're still processing everything on over. It's actually switching over my uranium nitride over into my big thing, and we've got our reactors working fine. Skip forward even more. And for you guys, and here we have hardly anything left of the original base. This has actually been a rather fun process for me. And there, boom! It's all gone. Oh, also I noticed that off screen, I noticed that it was actually, even if I moved it, it was still recycling. So I had to disconnect it. And it kept on mulching these two that were in the original science thing. But everything is now pushed on over to here, which is a beautiful thing. And we have everything flown. We also have a decent amount of uranium nitride now because, well, of course, I shipped 2K up worth. But we've got everything on this base working as intended. It's also very beautiful, very low cost in frame rate compared to the other one. That's the whole reason I did this, is because the last one was starting to cost me a lot of frame rate because of all the little added on pieces I have. So I planned this one out a lot more beforehand before I actually went and created it. So I would be able to, have a working function of base without having a total lag. Like last time, I had my Minimus base, if you remember, it got so bad I couldn't even move. It was like it had my Kerbal out floating in space. He couldn't, he just kind of, whoa, well that was not intended. Let's put that back. So I'm going to make sure that's not going to happen this time. And I do believe that's pretty much all we have time for today. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. LordMaddog, signing off.